Division 1 results, and the two leading teams there, Bentley Greens and the Thomastown Devils. Bentley Greens 1, Broadmeadows 0, Thomastown 1, Northcote 0. They both remain locked in at 43 points at the top of the ladder. Interesting result here, Clarendon 0, Caulfield City 4. And when those two sides played each other in the first half of the season, it was a 4-0 result the other way. So things are changing down there at Caulfield. Feeder club for South Melbourne, of course. Down the bottom of the table, Knox City still 3 points adrift, though they did have a good away win to Oakley, 3-1. Broadmeadows on 14 points just above them. In the goal scorers there, it's Androitis from Bentley Greens leading with 18, and Petrakis still 3 goals behind rather, on 15. Let's take a look at State League Division 2. And the big game there, Nunawading 1, Moorabbin City 4. Good result there. And East Brunswick Royals had a good 2-0 win against Bell Park as well. Looking at the top of the ladder, and Springvale White Eagles, their match was postponed this week. They remain 3 points clear at the top. Moorabbin City in second place, and third place is Essendon Brunswick Royals, a further 2 points behind. Down the bottom, Ringwood City and Clifton Hill still battling away there. Chelsea, third to bottom. Quick look at the goal scorers, and a familiar name at the top of the ladder there, Michael Michaelakopoulos, longest name in soccer. He's playing for Springvale. He's got 14 goals. Livingston, Sturton and Hannah 1 goal behind with 13. State League Division 3. And we've got Melbourne City 4, Sandringham 0. On Westvale 6, Banyule 0. Always high-scoring games in this division. Westvale now 6 points clear at the top of the ladder, though South Dandenong do have a game in hand. In third spot, Melbourne City a further 2 points back. Down the bottom, Sandringham, they've had 5 draws, but they've only got 2 points. Try and work that one out. I can't. And Sunbury United 8 points ahead of Sandringham on 10 points. They are the two bottom sides by a country mile. Top scorers there, Papadopoulos from Westvale, right with South Dandenong, 17 goals, 3 behind Papadopoulos. And in State League Division 4, high-scoring game here, Corio, how do you say that one?
Corio,
you were giving me lessons on this before the...
You trouble me sometimes.
Corio.
It's Corio. It's a great big bay just off Geelong.
Sorry to
know it by the water.
Sorry to the people in Corio. Corio 4, Doveton 3. High-scoring game there, but at the top of the ladder, Cranbourne still winning, 2-0 against Yarraville. And Geelong in second place, too good for Stonington by 4-2. So the ladder leads Cranbourne 42, Geelong 40. South Springvale with 2 games in hand, still a chance in State League Division 4. Down the bottom, some sad news. Brighton, the club who has only got 1 point, they folded, which is always sad, so no further games for them. But their park, Dendy Park, you heard it first on the soccer show, may be the new home of the VSF. Talk of the ITC program and the VIS playing their games at Dendy Park. Good little park it is too, down there on the Penhire.
So did it,
No, good pitch, but the team wasn't so good. Just quickly looking at the top scorers, State League Division 4, Macaulay from Cranbourne, a country mile ahead on 23 goals, which is a pretty good return from only 19 games. And in second place on 18 is Bogoevsky from Geelong. Blakey, Provisional League.
It's bearing in mind a country mile is considerably different to a metropolitan mile. We'll talk about that in the weeks to come. Provisional League Division 1, round 19. Biggest result of the day, Springvale Condors 4-1 over Mitcham United. And in the make-up of the ladder, doesn't make much at the top. Moreland City on top, Layla just behind them, the two teams in the running. Old Scotch Hawthorn also up there. Dandenong and Heidelberg City sitting at the foot of the table. Top scorer in Provisional 1, Luis Trejo. Let's have a go at Provisional League Division 2, shall we? Two important results there. The two dual league leaders who are having a little foot race at the top of the ladder. Mornington over Lindale United by 1-0. And Keysborough, of course, with that away 1-0 victory over Monash Uni. That leaves them still neck and neck, whatever that means, at the top of the ladder. Keysborough and Mornington on 39 points, race of 2. The other two clubs in it, Meadow Park and North Glenroy. Down at the bottom, Monash Uni all on their own, so it just proves that the kids are still concentrating on their studies, and that's important, kiddies, don't forget that. Do your homework. I certainly did. Provisional League Division 3, round 15 of the Metro Division, and of course Endeavour United, the league leaders, having their games postponed due to ground, it says here. Now, it doesn't matter whether the ground was unavailable or the ground didn't turn up at all, but it was postponed due to ground. Endeavour United still lead the ladder by 5 points from your lawn down the bottom, Carrum United. So the beachside, the Bayside suburbs aren't doing particularly well this year. Provisional League, Division 3, South East Central, Paul. Pay attention. The league leaders there, Juan Turner on 33 points, and down the bottom, RMIT. We're running out of time, so we're going to buzz through this really quickly. And then Provisional League, Division 3 Northwest, round 14, Darebin United kicking the sweep there with a 6-0 win over Latrobe Uni. So another lot of students struggling a little bit there. Might have been on the mull perhaps over the weekend. Sydenham United and Darebin United lead the league there, and down the bottom, West Preston and Mill Park. And I think, Paul, without any further ado, we've got to talk about our kiddie cam, which was this week out at the Heathmont College there in presumably Heathmont. Why don't we have a look what transpired when we went out and talked to the kids about soccer this week.
Hi, my name is Ian Greener, and I'm the recently appointed Junior Development Coach with the Victorian Soccer Federation. Here we are today at Heathmont High School. We actually conduct an awful lot of sessions with schools. We do clinics and we do coaching courses at schools, both for boys and for girls. Now, this service is available to all schools and also to all soccer clubs within Victoria. All we need is a phone call from you. You ring the Soccer Federation on 9537 2533, and we will send out one of our junior development officers to come along and conduct coaching clinics with various schools. It's both for boys and girls. Today with me at Heathmont we have Kevin Muscat, who is at the moment just taking through a bunch of girls on basic skills on controlling the ball. And as we said, this service is completely free. Kevin will be going through various drills with these girls, and then at a later stage we'll probably bring in some boys. But soccer is a great game both for girls and boys. Whatever skills we teach the boys, that the girls go through exactly the same. So if we just stand back and look at Kevin now and seeing exactly what he's doing. All right, all Kevin is doing now is just having the girls running across, passing to a partner on the outside, passing with what we call a push pass, and then running to another position and passing to another partner. The whole point of these exercises is to come into schools and give the boys and girls a bit of fun and total enjoyment at the game of soccer. We are finding these days that more and more girls are getting involved in soccer, and particular school soccer. It's a game where they have tremendous fun. It's certainly a very, very healthy game. And our numbers are increasing. But again, we emphasise, we do these clinics both for boys and girls at all schools. Not only high schools and secondary schools, but also junior schools and primary schools. Okay, Kevin, how long have you been working now for the Victorian Soccer Federation?
Well, basically, I was doing it, on and off for quite a while, but I've been full-time now for, I'd say, about 4 to 5 months.
And you're enjoying coming into schools and doing these sessions?
Yeah, very much so, especially with the younger kids, you get out there and, they really appreciate, someone coming out and actually trying to teach them, some of the basic skills, so it's been very enjoyable.
And also, with your work, it's working with boys and the girls. So what the boys do, the girls do as well, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's funny, actually, because in most cases, the girls actually are a lot better than the boys, because they put in and, try and learn, and it's been very progressive, and, the girls are coming along very well.
Now, with your job, you can travel anywhere within Melbourne, and also with the country regions, so you are available to go into all schools.
Yeah, basically what happens, any school that rings up the Victorian Soccer Federation, I'm basically obliged to go out to the school, and as it happens this weekend, I'm going into the country to Cobram. So, do a bit of travelling as well.
All right, great. So please utilise this resource that you do have with the Victorian Soccer Federation. And if you are a teacher or you're a parent with kids at schools, please contact us so we can come out to the schools and impart what we know about this great game of ours, and getting personalities like Kevin to come and talk to the kids. Right, Robert, you have a question for Kevin.
When did you start playing soccer?
Well, I basically started playing soccer when I was 10 years old, so a couple of years just younger than all you. Got to the game through my father, going to watch soccer with my father, and that's how I got involved with the game.
All right, thank you. And we've got another question here. Your name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, your question.
Where have you been with the Socceroos lately?
Lately, we've just had a tour of Argentina. We played Argentina over there, obviously in Argentina, and we lost 2-0. And I just returned from there a couple of weeks ago.
Right, does anybody have a last question for Kevin? Yeah, and your name?
Tracy.
Tracy, what's your question?
How many goals have you scored?
Well, to be honest, Tracy, I'm a defender, so I try and stop all the opponents from scoring goals, but I have been fortunate enough to score maybe a handful over my career.
So that's how it was at Heathmont College. Interesting look at some school soccer there. Now, we've got to talk about the odd spots segment.
Well, we're not happy.
We're not happy
Just
at all.
want to tell you that.
We've had a disappointing response, to be quite frank. We've only received a couple of tapes so far of the odd spots. They're not particularly funny either, so we're not going to show you them at this stage, though we have received a couple of funny photos. They're a bit rude, but we'll hope to show you those in the next couple of weeks, provided the sponsors let us.
Any other rude photos, whack them in a closed, confidential marked envelope to me personally. Not a problem.
Get your video cameras out, tape some junior games. Let's see some funny things that happen in your soccer life. Send them to The Odd Spot, care of Seaver and Locks Media, 14 Arnold Street, East Brunswick, Victoria, 3057. And we are introducing a new segment. We've received our first letter in the show, as we told you at the beginning of the show, and now we'll give you all the opportunity to send in your soccer mail. Tell us what you'd like to see in the show if you haven't already seen it. And you can send those to, and just to confuse you, we'll give you a different address.
Get your crayons out.
Send this one to The Soccer Show, P.O. Box 2134, St Kilda West, Victoria 3182. That's The Soccer Show, P.O. Box 2134, St Kilda West, Victoria 3182. Blakey.
Well, we can't be more emphatic, can we? It's their program, and if they don't wish to take advantage, we'll drop the segments. Ian Dobson, the coach of Victoria and the coach of Altona Magic, is with us tonight. Ian, we thank you for joining us tonight, and before you disappear, you might have a look through the matches to be played in round 23 of the competition.
Not a problem.
Saturday at Doncaster, it's the Rovers going in against Springvale. Fur will fly in that one, Ian. The Rovers not much to play for, but I suspect it's going to be a very willing clash.
It'll be a battle.
A battle.
A battle. And I think it'll be a draw on that one.
Faulkner Blues take on the Port Melbourne Sharks. Well, you take that down. That's a given. Port will win that one. Don't worry about it. Albion Red Sox against the Bulleen Lions, and that shapes as an interesting one if Albion can get up there.
Yeah, Albion obviously still trying to get in the finals. Quick one on this one. Albion at home.
Wembley Park, Box Hill take on North Geelong. That's one of our two matches that we'll be showing you next Sunday night. So we've got a double header next week, but that also is a big one.
Box Hill, because they've done well in recent weeks, and I think they'll knock off North.
Altona Magic, they'll be hosting Sunshine Georgies at Paisley Park. You keep your gob shut on this one, Dobbo. I reckon you're going to get absolutely slaughtered, son. And Green Gully Cavaliers take on Preston. And in the final game, it's Werribee against St Albans. And we wish you good luck for the remainder of the season. And I will just tell you, folks, if I may say so, Altona Magic, they play a terrific brand of football. You've done a great job down there. You've turned perennial losers into contenders.
Let's hope we can carry on and become winners.
That's all we've got time for, folks. On behalf of Ian Dobson, on behalf of young Paul Williams here, he's a sturdy-looking, fine George fellow. Look at that. And Blakey, that's me, of course. We'll be back next week. Come back and join us, won't you? That's all we have for the Soccer Show.